What is going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to another episode of NAS100 analysis. Today we're going to be picking up from the work that we did last week Sunday, and the markets pretty much has been straightforward from last week Sunday. So I hope many of you haven't been making the mistake of buying the market when it was a clear downtrend from a while ago. So I hope you guys didn't get caught up in that. Actually, I know you guys didn't get caught up in that because you guys are awesome. You know what I mean? You're part of pips and points. You know what I mean? You don't make clear mistakes like that. So we're gonna pick up from where we left off, right? So let's just get into it. So we're just gonna zoom in into this area real quick, right? Because this area tells us a couple of things as to what we can expect moving forward, right? And this little trend that we got going on down here, okay, is one that we need to be super careful about. It is not friendly at all. It's giving mixed signals, and we have to be mindful of this. Very mindful of it. It can continue to do what it is doing, okay, but I'm being super careful in this area. Very careful in this area. So a couple things that we talked about. All right, so we know that this area has been reached, and we talked about that last week, right? And we now have a breakthrough. So market has broken through this particular trend line over here. So it's broken through and it's now pushing through. So this is the close. And when markets open, because in my case, because I'm in the UK, I don't know what it's like in America or anywhere else, right? I don't know if markets are going to be open for you tonight or tomorrow, but the email that I got from my broker was that the markets is not opening until Monday night, right? So markets is closed for me for the whole of Monday. So we're going to be getting back into this say from Tuesday is when things are going to start to move, right? So what I basically did was I jumped out of all the trades because I don't want to be hit with overnight fees for a 3-day period. That's not my plan. So I'm out of all trades, and I'm going to be re-entering again on Tuesday depending on how this shape looks. So we're going to get into the shape. We're going to get into it. So first things first on the daily, what do I think is going to happen? All right, now this trend over here, I said earlier, it's looking a little bit dangerous for me, right? Doesn't mean to say that it's not going to continue going down, but it just basically means that it could do a switcheroo at this level right here and start pushing back up again. And that could happen, and I've got to be mindful of that, right? So first, let's talk about if everything goes our way, everything goes how we expect it to go, what can we expect? In that case, we can expect price to possibly come down to this zone over here, right? Which is 11518.44. That's what we can expect if price continues to push down. At the same time, price can reverse from this level over here and start heading back up again, right? Because it is in a channel right now. It is in a channel, and it has not broken below the channel, right? It has not broken below the channel. So if I rejig this, you can see that we have a nice little channel zone going on right now. This whole thing right here, it's a nice little channel, right? It's a nice profitable channel, and we want to be on the right side of it at all times. Let me just clean up some of the stuff over here. Okay, we want that. Right, so hang on, okay. One of the cool things about not showing my face on the recordings is I can kind of do what I want to do in the background. Right, okay, so right, so where are we? Okay, so I think price could come down to this zone. I have another reasoning as well as to what I think price can do. I kind of already said that, price pushing up, but we're just going to focus in this area for now, right? We're just going to focus in this area. So we're just going to go with the assumption that price is going to keep doing what price is doing, right? And we want to make sure we don't get caught out any way, shape or form, right? So for that, what I would do is I would measure out all the wicks in this current pattern right now, right? So all the wicks, and I'm going to show you what I mean by marking out all the wicks. So I'm going to mark out all the wicks, right, within a zone. Okay, right. So these are the wicks that we got going on right now. This zone, anything can happen in this zone right here. This zone, we can have anything can happen in this zone. Price can begin to push up from this zone. Price can continue to push down from this zone. If we're hoping to be selling, right, which is what I think, price is going to be pushing down some more, but not confirmed, not set in stone. You do have to do your own research on this one, guys, right? Is that I will be aiming to be putting my stop somewhere above here. So somewhere around this level right here. That's where I want my stop to be, right? And in terms of selling, I would want to get it as high up to this level as possible, as high up to this level as possible, right? So we're going to go into a lower time frame just to give us a better reasoning as to why we would want to do something like this. So first, let me just put the little price point on this zone right here. So this is where we want our stop. I'm going to do a better calculation for you guys anyways, but we're just going to just set it like this for now whilst we go into a much lower time frame. And my apologies for the sirens in the background. I'm actually not going to edit them out anymore because it's just long doing it, so I'm sick of it. I'm not going to edit them out anymore, so you're just going to have to hear it and bear with it. As long as you can hear what I'm saying clearly, I don't think it's a problem. Okay, so first things first, right? So this is where I would want to step my stop loss, and this is also an area where I might actually want to be putting in sales, right? Now, why I would want to do that is depending on what starts happening here in regards to the hourly. So for example, if we start getting a trend that starts taking this kind of shape, basically the exact shape that we got going up here, then I'll be aiming for my sales at the highest levels possible. And if I do get my sell at this level, then my stop will have to be above this level right here. That's just a general rule of thumb. Okay, so let's just mark this out. Right? That's it. That's so. Just mark this out as so. And this is what we're going to be keeping an eye on for the week as we start out for the week, because we've already had the jobs report. So the job report came out last week Friday, so we don't have to worry too much about crazy volatility. The only crazy volatilities that we can expect moving forward is the random ones. Random ones that just come out of the blue, but with the NAS you don't really get too many of that. When it's in a trend, it's in a trend. That's basically it. And the question is just getting the best possible spot when price is obviously doing what it's doing. So this is where I'll be looking for my sales at this level, which is risky, right? So how I would do it is one or two ways, right? So first things first, I don't really know what's going on in this area. So this area right here that I've just drawn, this trends over here, this is just a guess as to what I think is going to happen, but it does not necessarily mean this is what is going to happen, right? So if this trend manifests and it carries on as it is, this is what I'll be looking for. I'll be looking for a sell at this level, right? And if I get scared, bubble guts, you know, sometimes you're looking at the market, you're like, ooh, I'm not sure, and then you don't do anything and it goes your way, I will be looking for a sell at this level, right? I'll be looking for a sell at this level. Both levels are super risky, right? So the riskiest level to put in a sell would be at 12,024.63. Why? Because it can give us an okie doke. It can say it's pretending to go down and then start to shoot all the way back up again, right? The best place to put in a sell would be at 12,532.55. Why? Because even if it does move against us, right, yeah, our stops can be super tight, or it can be a generous stop, but it's a stop that you know that if it's broken, is a good chance it wasn't going to go your way to begin with anyways. You don't really have much to worry about there. You just eat that L, right? So say if you go with my flow pans out to be accurate. That's what happens in the markets, right? Let's just say that's what happens. Let's just say that's the scenario that happens, right? Your risk in this case would be 161. 161 pips will be your stop, right? However, if you take it down here, right, so you wait for this thing to go on, it breaks this structure and closes below this level over here of 12024.63, then your stop is going to have to be a little bit meatier, right? So your stop would be something like this, 668. That's in my opinion, in my assessment. If you have a better way of doing it, by all means feel free to drop it in the comments. I would love to hear your views on that, right? So that is what I think moving forward. Actually, I don't know why I did that. Let me just put that back. So that is what I think is going to be happening when we open up from Tuesday onwards. Price may continue to push down, or it will begin to consolidate. Consolidation is good for those people that have jumped out, I myself included, because we don't want to pay overnight fees. So we jumped out of it. We're waiting for some type of situation to happen where it's more favorable, and then we jump back into the market, right? So on that note, guys, I'm going to wrap up this video today, and hopefully I'm going to be back again with a little bit more frequent videos, either on backtesting or just straight market analysis. Reason why I haven't been so active in the market so far is I've been doing really good in the market, so I'm loyal to you guys because you guys are loyal to me. So worst case scenario, you get a video a week. Best case scenario, I will drop you a gem every single day. Best case scenario, and those gems can be either technical analysis on live market data in relation to the NAS and the NAS alone, right, or backtesting in relation to the NAS and the NAS alone, right? So we're just going to keep it 100% all about the NAS because that's what all you guys love. I've tried to figure out if you like other things as well. I've done backtesting on all types of assets, and I've realized that the only thing you guys are interested in is the NAS100. That's it, nothing else. So that's what I'm gonna have to give you, NAS100. So I think I've pretty much covered everything so far, and it would be great if you guys would subscribe to the channel, just to get the vibe out there, help the channel grow, and obviously keep me motivated to keep doing this. So yeah, just subscribe if you find the content useful, especially if you're winning off this, right? And another thing as well, which is super important, right? I recommend everyone should do their own research. The point of my channel, right? The point of my channel is to add my thought, how I do things, right? And you need to add that to your arsenal so that you can be a better trader, okay? If you just rely on the information you see in these videos as signals and you trade off it and it goes wrong, it's not my fault, it's your fault, because I am not a financial advisor and I'm not a financial expert. So I'm gonna wrap this up now. Thank you for coming over. I hope to see you in the next video. Hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. Those two help. So subscribe and drop us a like. That's it. These are the two things you have to do. If you don't want to subscribe, fine, just drop us a like if you find the content useful, or if it's a little bit insightful, you can just do that, right? I appreciate it. So for now, this is Pips and Points signing out, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be very, very soon.